clase. Today we are going to learn about verbos reflexivos or reflexive verbs. So on your notes, go ahead and write the title of reflexive verbs. Okay, so we're going to get started with some example verbs. And on the left, I have verbs that are just your regular old Spanish verbs. And on the right, I have examples of reflexive verbs. I want you to take note of two differences between regular verbs and reflexive verbs based on the words themselves and on the pictures shown. So first, a regular verb, afeitar. And then over on the right is that reflexive verb, afeitarse. Next is peinar. Peinarse is reflexive. Bien, then we have lavar and lavarse, maquillar and maquillarse. Lavarse and maquillarse are reflexive. So hopefully you noticed a couple of things. Do write this down. The two things you should have noticed are this. First, a verb is reflexive when the subject does something to itself. And then secondly, reflexive infinitives end in se. It's part of the verb on the very end. And so the four reflexive verbs again were afeitarse, peinarse, lavarse, and maquillarse. Afeitarse, to shave oneself. Peinarse, to brush one's hair. Lavarse, to wash one's self, hands in this case. Lavarse las manos. And then maquillarse is to put on makeup. If you put makeup on someone else, it's just maquillar. If you put makeup on yourself, it's maquillarse. If you wash something other than like your own hands or your own face, then it's just lavar, like lavar el carro, to wash the car. But if you're washing something that is part of your body, like your hands, lavarse las manos. Okay, we're going to look at some reflexive verbs in context with the story of our friend Mulan. Mulan necesita prepararse porque va a conocer a la casamentera. Mulan needs to get ready and prepare herself because she's going to meet the matchmaker. Mulan necesita bañarse. Ella se baña con agua fría. I need to notice what happens when the verb is conjugated versus when it's in an infinitive. The first sentence has the verb in an infinitive, and the second sentence has the verb conjugated. Mulan necesita peinarse. Ella se peina el cabello. She needs to comb her hair. She combs her hair. Infinitive up top, conjugated verb down below. Mulan necesita ponerse un vestido. Ella se pone un vestido elegante. She needs to put on a dress. She puts on an elegant dress. Mulan necesita maquillarse. Ella se maquilla. Mulan needs to put on makeup. She puts on makeup. Okay, so that showed you what happens when we conjugate the verbs. Okay, so there are reflexive pronouns. And we've done a lot with pronouns in the past couple of weeks. We've done direct object pronouns, reviewed the subject pronouns. Here are the reflexive pronouns. It's really important to keep track of all of these types of pronouns. The reflexive pronouns are me, te, se, nos, os, se. Make sure you write those down. So we're going to look at conjugating reflexive verbs now. So you don't need to write yet. I'll tell you when to write. Okay, so peinarse means to comb one's hair. So just watch along. Don't be writing yet. Let's say we want to say I comb my hair. So we begin with the infinitive of peinarse. And then because it's my hair, the subject is I, the pronoun that goes with it is me. When you conjugate a reflexive verb, as you probably noticed in the sentences about Mulan, we put that pronoun directly before the conjugated verb. And then we have to conjugate the verb. It's an AR verb. It just has an AR ending of O in the yo form, just like usual. So you still conjugate the infinitive of penar, but you have to put the correct pronoun, the reflexive pronoun, in front of it to conjugate a reflexive verb. So all conjugated reflexive verbs consist of, first, one of these reflexive pronouns, and then a conjugated verb. This is the slide that you should write down in your notes. Okay. So again, just watch along for now. So we've got, if we want to say you comb your hair, the infinitive is te. If we're going to conjugate the verb, we put it directly before, and then AR, verb, subject of you, the ending is as, te peinas. You can write down those two bottom bullets, you comb your hair and te peinas. You should already have the definition up above. Okay, bien. Next verb is going to be afeitarse, to shave. Let's say we want to say he shaves. Okay, so infinitive is afeitarse. The third person reflexive pronoun remains as it is in the infinitive, se. But if we conjugate that verb, we put it before the conjugation. And then we need to change our ending to an A. Se afeita is the verb. To clarify that he shaves and not she shaves or you formal shave, we should include our subject pronoun of él. Go ahead and write down this slide. All right. We shave. He shaves, we all shave. Okay, afeitarse. For we, the pronoun is nos. If we're going to conjugate, we put it before. Ending of afeitar for we would be amos. Nos afeitamos, we shave. Write down those last two bullets. We shave, nos afeitamos. Okay, ducharse is to take a shower. You guys take a shower, I hope. I know we're not going out much, but hygiene still matters. Okay, so os is going to be my pronoun if I'm using the vosotros, and my ending is ice. Os ducháis. Write this down. They take a shower. Okay, the third person plural reflexive pronoun is se, and so is the third person singular. It's the same. But the verb ending is an, and we can include that subject pronoun. Ellos se duchan. Magnifico. Now we're going to look at an entire conjugated verb. Bañarse is to take a bath. And here it is conjugated. You can see all of the reflexive pronouns, mete se, nosos se, and all of the endings, o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Muy bien, clase. Muchas gracias. Adiós.